and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking all about 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After. This is part 2 of the Tell All, season 6, episode 17. And we're going to go ahead and get straight into recapping this video. I will be having all the couples together in this video because normally, I like to separate them, but for the tell-alls, I'll just clump them all together. Yeah, I have my handy-dandy phone here so that I can read from my notes, stay on track, get all the points that I want to discuss in regards to this tell-all. So we're going to start off with where we kind of last left off with Angela storming off of the studio stage. And she is furious with Michael. Michael says that he feels that Angela, she disrespected him in front of everybody, which is nothing new. I don't know why he's not used to it by now. If he doesn't like it, he should chuck the deuces, as I always say. I don't know why Michael has stayed with her this long because she has pretty much disrespected him since the time that they first met each other in Nigeria, since the time they got together. This is nothing new. Angela has been disrespecting Michael. Not saying that it's right, definitely not right, but now he feels so embarrassed and so upset and, so disrespected by Angela. One thing I'm going to say, her in that backless jumpsuit, that backless red jumpsuit, who told her that was okay? And I'm not trying to be mean, but proud of her. She's lost a lot of weight. She feels good about herself, but she still doesn't look that great. And I'm not trying to be mean. I hate to even go this route, so I'm not, because I don't want to offend anyone. I would just say that I don't really think that the backless red jumpsuit was a good selection for the tell-all. In my opinion, none of us are perfect. We all have imperfections when it comes to our bodies, certain things that we don't like about our bodies. And in my case, I feel it's always important as a woman to dress in things that flatter your body type, that flatter your shape. In her case, she had the shawl on, but because she was so upset and angry, that was falling off. So it still kind of exposed her. So I would have suggested her wearing a really nice dress that covered everything up. But Angela decided to go all out. She was very confident. Kudos to her. She was very confident in what she had on. So we're going to move off of that. Now, Yara in this tell-all, she jumps in on her thoughts in regards to what's going on with Angela, Aunt Lydia, and Michael. And she says that Angela's too much. But Kalani and Elizabeth come to the defense of Angela. Now, all the couples are putting in their 2 cents while Angela steps outside for a smoke break. Once Angela returns to the studio set where they're having the tell-all with everyone, she apologizes to Aunt Lydia for being vulgar, but says that she won't apologize for what she said. Aunt Lydia says that she doesn't feel that she's overstepping. Comment down below your thoughts. Do you all feel that Aunt Lydia is overstepping by giving her 2 cents in regards to Angela and Michael's situation? Now, things escalate once again between Angela and Michael. The reason things escalate is because Angela says to Michael, "Didn't you tell me when I first met you not to get too close to Aunt Lydia?" And Michael says no. He denies that he said that. I don't know if the man said it or he didn't say it. I don't know. But this is what Angela claims. And when Michael says no, this really sets her over, to the point where she tells him to basically have a nice life, enjoy your life in Nigeria, and letting him know that the marriage in America, her marriage to him in America isn't legit. It's only legit in Nigeria because he denied the claim that she made. Can Michael and Angela ever have peace between them during a tell-all? The tell-alls always end with her cursing him out, her upset, her storming off the stage, her doing something inappropriate. It just can never be a peaceful or a good reunion ever with these two. Michael calls Angela and she answers. So once Angela decides to leave the stage for the second time, I don't even know if they're still paying this woman at the end of the day, because it's like you're not even staying for the hotel loss. So you're collecting a check to come there until you get pissed off and then you leave. But yeah, anyway, she storms off, changes her clothes. And so while she's in the back getting ready to leave the tell-all, Michael video calls her. So he video calls her and she answers. She tells him that he can start his life in Nigeria, but this is as far as she's going with him. She adds that she's going out and getting good attention. One of the things that really had me hollering, when I say hollering, as when she takes the phone and puts it to her breast, and she tells, she puts it to her breast for Michael to see because it's a video call. And she was like, now you see them, now you don't. And hung up the video call. I just thought that was flipping hilarious to me. Now, let's go ahead and move on to Elizabeth and Andrei. So Andrei says things are going great in business with Chuck, right? And they bring up Andrei's struggle to let Elizabeth get a babysitter and the whole family drama that transpired this season. And Sean poses the question if Elizabeth and her brother had issues before Andrei came into the picture. Elizabeth says that her family has always been chaotic before Andrei came into the picture. She said chaotic or something like that, but it's chaotic. So she's like, things have always been, this is how she said it, chaotic between me and my family. And I'm thinking, no, the real drama, just answer, like, it's really a yes or no question. But when you feel like you have to give a long drawn explanation, that means that you don't want to give the truth. So I don't believe that things were as bad as they are until Andrei got into the picture. I think everybody needs to start off by being very honest. So she didn't want to answer that. They bring out Elizabeth's father, Chuck, and Chuck says that he knew Andrei had a desire to get into the family business, and he also knew that it would start drama. Adding the real drama started when Andrei came to him for the $100K. Jen, Elizabeth's sister, she then joins and says she feels Andrei takes advantage of her father. It looks like when I was looking at the tell-all, tell me if any of you all noticed, but it looks like Chuck lost some weight, which is really great. He looked great as well. Like he definitely dropped a few pounds. They play back the video where Jen and Rebecca and Rebecca's husband talk about competing against Chuck, Elizabeth, and Andrei, and just, going off and starting their own business. And Chuck says, that was like hurtful to him, like that hurt to hear them say that. So next they bring in Charlie. And it's obvious that Charlie does have some personal issues and also most likely a drinking problem. I mean, it's obvious. But I also think that when a lot of the tension happens, Andrei has been drinking as well. They all drink. Some people just need to know their limits, I would say. But definitely before that cookout, Charlie had been drinking, and I think everybody had been drinking. I do, however, think that he feels threatened by Andrei and threatened that Andrei is taking his place with his father. Charlie said, bro, and you know what I'm saying, too many times at this tell-all. He was calling the sisters bro, calling Andrei bro, his daddy bro. You know what I'm saying? So Jen says that she's tired of dealing with toxic behavior. And then Chuck, the father, he jumps in. He's like, I don't like that you're calling your brother toxic. And I'm like, it is what it is. They don't want to deal with toxic behavior. They feel like Charlie is the one that is bringing that to the family gatherings. So it just is what it is. But I guess that was Chuck's way of trying to take up for Charlie in that moment. So I was no more good when Charlie said that the only way that they could resolve the situation, like their beef with one another, the only way he could resolve his beef with Andrei is if they start flipping houses in Moldova. I thought that was so hilarious. Like, hilarious, okay? It was flipping hilarious. Comment down below your thoughts. Now, Andrei, he doesn't have a desire to apologize or to move forward. Charlie says that him and his sisters always got along until Andrei came into the picture, and I can see that. They move on to Michael and discuss if he really likes Angela's new look. They even talked about, the fact that he was breastfed till he was 9 years old, and that was kind of weird, but I guess that's normal. And for his culture, I don't know, but that was kind of weird. He says from what he's seen on the tell-all, he loves her new look, but he was really talking about her new breasts. Next, let's move on to Yara and Jovi and talk about them for like a split second here. So Yara hasn't started her monthly cycle, so it's a strong possibility that Yara is pregnant. Comment down below your thoughts. I don't know what's going on real time with these two, but comment down below your thoughts if you think that she is pregnant and they will be coming back for another season. So Yara says if she's pregnant that she's going back home, and that's that, which makes Jovi's mother very sad. And I was very surprised though to hear Jovi say that if Yara chooses to move back to Ukraine, he will go there with her when he is not working. Very surprised because, Jovi can be very selfish. A lot, has been about him, especially when she decided to move. He was complaining where they moved, but they would be staying there majority of the time since he's 1 month on, 1 month off with work. So the two people that need to be the most comfortable, since they will be staying there the most, would have been Yara and the baby, but he was having a hard time adjusting to where she moved them to. I don't know if she moved him to somewhere like in the suburbans, but it was away from the city and all the action, which is where he wanted to be. It was definitely outside of New Orleans, I think. So New Orleans. So yeah, it just, I was really surprised to hear him say, well, if that's something she decides, I'm going to be with my family, and when I'm not working, I'll be there with them. So they move on to Kalani and Asuelu. And Kolini also does join the tell-all, as well as Asuelu's mom and sister. Now, they ought to be loca if they thought that they weren't going to include Asuelu's mom and sister. How could you not know? But, Kalani's crying, and I'm like, she shouldn't even let them get under her skin like that. I understand it hasn't been a good situation, but I would be so done. I'd be so over these two because they are just a hot mess. They get into the whole Christmas drama, of course. How could they not? And Asuelu's mother says if she tells her son to go back home, then he must obey. I think that Tammy likes being on TV and being seen. Comment down below your thoughts. She loves drama and the attention that she gets from it. I think whether it's good attention or bad attention. Now, what grown woman with a life acts the way that this woman acts? She's on set. She's trying to get into it with Yara, telling Yara she'll come and deal with her. It just was a lot going on. I feel like Tammy needs to mind her own business. They get into this whole situation where they're like, you told mom, this is what Tammy says to Asuelu, you're the one that told mom that you wanted a baby. And so Asuelu explains to them, yes, but it's at the end of the day, it's me and my wife's decision together. And, she's like, well, why did you tell us? And this is the thing. I can go to my family and express to them that I have a desire to have kids, but my husband might not be in that space yet. So I think that was simply what he was doing, was just expressing a desire, not for them to bring it up or to ride so hard at this Christmas dinner about, you need to give him a baby. I did it. I gave him, my husband, 9 kids. I was selfless. And if she doesn't want to give you children, you need to leave her. That's just too much. They were so disrespectful. None of them are owed an apology. They have a problem that the fact that Asuelu is carried Tammy out and escorted his mom. Really, the mama decided to go follow right along with Tammy. And the things that the mom said was very hurtful. She said behind the door, we don't love you anymore. Just and the fact that she sat there all meek as though she was owed the apology, and Tammy actually expected Asuelu to give her the apology, but they were disrespectful from the time they walked into that house to Kalani and her parents. No way. And I'm happy that Asuelu has Kalani and Kolini, because when they were like, you owe mom an apology, Kolini was like, and what is he apologizing for? Because I think if Kolini had not said that, Asuelu probably would have felt the pressure to apologize to his mother. But because Kolini said that, Asuelu says, I just need time to process everything, and I'm just not in that space to give that. But it is really wrong how they do him, and he has a family. I get their culture and everything, but he's in America, and he has a family that he needs to first and foremost provide for and take care of. Right now, he is not doing that. So his family, those kids, and Kalani, his wife, need to be top priority. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a person loving on their parents and wanting to, do what they can to help, but it is not his responsibility at this time to take care of his mom and sister or just his mom. No, not at this time. He can't even provide for himself. He's being sponsored and taken care of. So who's that money going to come from? You want Kalani's parents, because you think they're rich, you want them to give your mom money? I'm sure they would be open arms if Asuelu and Kalani went to the mom and was like, we can't give it to you, but our parents will start giving you something monthly or every 2 weeks. Open arms, they would take it. Anybody they could take advantage of. And Tammy also is probably upset because she's been taking care of her mom, and she wants him to be able to do it too. Like, she doesn't want to be the only one taking care of their mother, but she doesn't need to worry about what Asuelu is doing, only focus on herself. So that is my thoughts on this tell-all with all of them. I really just wanted to knock Natalie over the head because she chimes in and it's like, girl, shut up. No one's talking to you. She chimes in. It's like, that's your mama. You don't push your mama. You don't push your mama give you life. She be by your side. And I'm thinking to myself, Natalie, shut up. Shut up, okay? We know you're close to your mom, but in this case, there has to be mutual respect. And they were very disrespectful in Kalani's parents' home. Very disrespectful. No one laid hands. No one was loud. No one charged towards them. They started that because they don't know their place. So I'm very curious to know from you besties, what's your thoughts of this 90-Day Fiance Happily Ever After tell-all. Give me your thoughts in that comment section down below. Give this video a big thumbs up. Share, subscribe, plus hit that bell so you will be notified on future uploads coming out from this channel. I'm excited for 90-Day Fiance The Other Way to be coming out on August the 29th. That is coming out where you got Jenny and Sumit. I'm ready to get back into talking about these two. And then we have a couple of new couples joining the cast. So I'm very excited about this new season of 90-Day Fiance The Other Way. Hopefully you'll be tuning in as well. And as always, thank you so much for your patience, your love, and your support of this channel, of me. You are truly appreciated. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Peace.